Hello, anybody that might be here. Oh, there's two people. Hello, hello. Hello, six people. I don't see any chat, but I see 6, 7. That's wonderful. Sorry about having to restart, everybody. Hopefully you can see and hear me again. And, whoops, I don't have any chat. Trying live chat. Oh, there's the chat. Okay. Hello, shipping peeps over. Hi, Ian. Thank you. Thank you for coming, and thank you, Deb, for taking care of everybody, and May, and Katrina, and hi, Faye, and everybody else. Okay, I'm not exactly sure at what point I lost you, because of course I was busy coloring. So I had made a happy mistake. I don't know if it's a happy mistake yet or not, but I accidentally picked up the baked earth and used it for some of this branch. So I figured I'd just continue using it a little bit along with the tan, and then on the other side, I was going to put on the dark side. I was going to put the willow. So hopefully between all of those, we'll get a little, we kept them penned up. Thank you, Deb. That's funny. We're back in business, yes. Yes, Melinda, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It wasn't at this end. It must have been something with YouTube. But YouTube has been acting funny lately, and I really think that what's happened is that they've just got way more activity than they ever bargained for. You know, there are way too many people now that they've changed the way that you can do live, stuff, do it with their software and all of that. Because it used to be that in order to do lives, you had to have the encoder software, and most of you guys know all of that. I don't know anything about it. I have it, but I never used it. Okay, so here's our branch. This, by the way, I'm going to be really honest with you guys. Watercolors are hard on CreateSpace paper. Any water medium is. The paper is really absorbent. It's not impossible, obviously, but given the choice, I would always print onto better or more water tolerant paper rather than do water in the book. But they are my publisher, so I have made it work, obviously. And I'm just reading the baked earth is number 1800. Oh, okay. Should I be telling people what the numbers are? The Inktense set. It was my very first full set of anything that I ever got were the Inktense. And that was after watching May demonstrate them just once. I ordered the 12 set, got the 12 set, and 2 days later ordered the the however many are in this, the 70, 72. And okay, see, so it was a happy accident. Oh, that's what I was talking about. There's no, there are no mistakes in art, only happy accidents. Let's see. Now, we get to choose what kind of berries we have. They could be red berries, but yeah, maybe they should be red berries. To pick up the accent of the red in his wing. This is Shiraz and not the color I want. This is cherry and it will work. I am also going to, nope, well, I kind of want a little bit of a glow, but I think that I can get that with the tan. So here is what we will do. Keeping in mind that these are very absorbent on this paper, I'm probably going to add a little bit more color smoother out than I would normally. And then I'm also going to just take a tiny bit of tan over that area. And see how that comes out. And then this, because it's behind, so it would be slightly darker. And the same thing here. And if I wanted to, I could even choose a darker shade of red, like for instance, the Shiraz, to just do a little bit of color behind there to set those back. And I think I need to reset the focus. Nothing makes me crazier than to go to somebody's stream and have it be out of focus and have it not be, you know, a lot of times they are out of focus because of YouTube, but you get nitpicky about out of focus stuff because I can hardly see it anyway. So, and sometimes I'm terrible about remembering to focus. Okay, so now let's give that a shot. And I will say, though, that since we have all transferred over to KDP, all of the artists who use or used CreateSpace have all been transferred over to the Kindle Direct publishing module of Amazon. The paper is better. It really is actually better, which is a very, very pleasant surprise. The paper in my new book, Fabulous Flowers, is much better than the paper that was originally in this book. And of course, since it's print on demand, any new books that you buy are sold through KDP, and they're going to be printed on the better paper. So that is nice. And the artists had been looking for that for a really long time from Amazon. Okay, now how about what kind of a leafy green? Sorry, I should warn you before I do that. I realize how that looks on camera. I am sorry. Okay, so this is the leaf green, the fern, and the light olive, and the apple green. And I'm thinking that the apple green and the fern are the ones that I want for my little leaves here. And stems. Kind of use that around the outside. And I do not sharpen my Inktense until I absolutely have no choice, because I just do not like to waste this gorgeous pigment that is in these pencils. And look, there is, I drew it so you'd think I'd know it was there. There is a cherry stem that goes back there. So there must be a cherry that I missed. It's just on the other side. You just can't see it. Drawing these birds was a lot of fun. I actually drew them for I had been contracted by my local newspaper here in Virginia to draw them a series of coloring pages. And it was the first commission that I'd ever gotten. And I'd only been drawing for less than a year. And I did not know how to deal with it. And they wanted to do work for hire, so they wanted to have the copyrights. And I said no, that I wanted to keep the copyrights. And at that point in time, we parted ways. But I learned a lot from that experience. And I got my bird series, which ultimately led to the entire book, where I certainly have done better than I would have had I sold them the rights to the pictures. So there was a happy ending in that. And I'm sort of switching back and forth between the Shiraz, which is the 600, and the Cherry, which is the 510. Just to try and add a little visual interest here. Because, I mean, they're berries. How visually interesting could they be? Okay, I'm just looking at the chat a little bit. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Thank you, to every group. There are moderators, and those moderators do such a wonderful job making sure that everybody is seen and feels welcome and all of that kind of stuff. And so thank you so much to the mods for what they do. In all the different groups. And more than anything, they bash trolls. So most of us never even know there was a troll, because by the time we become aware of it, the mod already has it handled. Oh, I like these, like these, like these. Okay, now I'm having to pay attention to the clock since I cannot look at my regular thing since we restarted. I want to make sure that, oh, actually, I know, because I saw it yesterday, Shalene will not be streaming today because it is the Super Bowl and she is going to be watching. So I guess that means that they picked the right day in the event that I want to go long. She would have gotten to go long. I'm sorry. But I'm going to switch over to doing another part of this here in just a second. Because let's face it, how many cherries can you watch me color? I want to see what these look like when they're dry too. Okay. So I know what kind of adjustments to make for the next ones. I am going to add a little bit of the green. I think one of the things I like most about these Inktense is that they are so vibrant. I'm a big fan of vibrant color, and yeah, I see I've missed one on this. I will go back and get it. Okay, now. Ooh, liking that bird. I think he's dry. And he is going to require some more work, but thought maybe I would use a little bit more vibrant of a green for these leaves, and they're not really going to require much because actually I think the hooker's green which is my usual go-to green. And you'd think it would be easy to find. It's the one with the tape on it. There it is. This pencil split all the way down the middle. The two greens that I worked with, May, were the apple green and the, oh, yeah, oh, sorry, wrong ones. Were the fern, the 1560, and the apple green, which is the 1400. And I just wanted to make some, pretty little, not quite as dark as olive green leaves for these. Oh, Shannon, no worries. I just taped it. No biggie. It split all the way. The shaft was split. I mean, it was split that way from the factory, but I never let stuff like that bother me. I just fix it. Who has time to send stuff back and wait and do all of that? It's like, I got a fix for that. It's what a roll of tape is for. And this is a little bit dark blue, but it's more just an impressionist thing than just sort of laying down an impression of leaves being colored in. Because I can always reshade them with pencils later. These are just little tiny spaces, so it's just easier to do them all one color and then come back in maybe later with a second color. Maybe leave some white spaces, which is what I started out doing. Just sort of so that there's at least a corner that shows me what I used, what color and where it was. So that, because if I don't finish this, then I get to come back and do it later and I'll know what I used. So there is that. Now our bird. The real question is, do I just leave well enough alone, or do I try and touch him up now? And I think I'm going to leave well enough alone. There will be a large set of Black Widows soon. Well, it's about time. He does need to package that in a 72 set. There is no doubt. And I think that is a great idea. So tell Albert that I said that. Okay. And, okay, hang on 1 second, guys. I'm going to mute you for 1 sec. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Okay. Now I have my, and I think that I'm just going to, I think I'm going to go with the tan in the baked earth. Well, yeah. I'm going to go with the tan to the inside. And the baked earth to the outside. A much lighter shade. Let's see. The worst thing that can happen is we don't like it. And end up having to change it. So it's a little orange. And I think maybe I went the wrong direction. I think maybe it should have been flipped with the baked orange in the front and the other on the outside. Okay. All right, so there is that. Did I ever color this? Awfully streaky. I must have. Okay. So what do you guys think? Should I continue on, or should I mean, or what would you like me to do? Okay, you go on, sweetie. Okay. That's all the encouragement I ever need. Because I just love it. I really do. I really do love coloring. And it means I don't have to watch the Super Bowl. Although they do say that the best thing about the Super Bowl is the commercials. I mean, after all, how many times can you watch Tom Brady throw a football? Sort of doing little touches in the back and adding little oops, sorry, I am out of focus again. You have to beat me when that happens. I realized that I moved the camera and I did not change the focus. So there we go. That is better. And for those of you who may wonder, I do go back and read the chat later and generally address questions that I missed and things like that in comments. Okay. Those are really pretty berries. I am liking that. Okay, the two colors are the Fern, which is my sort of center color. And then the apple green, just because I always put apple green in leaves. This is the first book that I did that not only featured other things, but also where I went teeny tiny spaces. And I got a lot of pushback from fans of my work for these teeny tiny spaces. So I tried to cool it a little bit in the next book by making the spaces larger. And now with the dragons, of course, there's been a bunch of books in between, but with the dragons, I'm trying to make sure that I put in enough detail without making them so small that they're intimidating to color. Plus, I like my dragons big and fierce. So, Bird loves berries too. Come back tomorrow and all the berries will be gone. This is true. Uh, the Patriots are from New England, aren't they? Isn't it the New England Patriots? I have no idea who's even playing. I know is it the Rams and the Patriots? Hi, Song. I didn't see you there. Welcome. Yeah, I've never been much of a football fan. I used to follow basketball when I lived in Reno, Nevada. I used to follow the Sacramento Kings because they had a player that I really liked. Was it Peja Stojakovic? But that was long ago, and he's moved on to other things now. I lived in LA, and I was never a fan of the Lakers. I don't know why. Of course, you cannot live in Reno, Nevada, and not be a Wolfpack fan. Because it's the local team. So, University of Northern or University UNR, University of Nevada, Reno. Thank you. Go Wolfpack. Okay. And my little green. Oops, I keep misplacing my pencils. There, you know why I can't find them? Because they're in my hand. I'm going to try doing this one a little bit differently and see if I like it better. Okay. Chicago is known for their sports all over the world. There's the Chicago Bears and oh gosh, what is your basketball team, Katrina? Blackhawks, the Chicago Blackhawks. Oh yeah, of course it would be the Bulls. Yeah. Yes. Yes. It's the Boston Celtics. Okay. Yes. All right. Never mind. Never mind. I'm having a moment. And of course, I can't breathe again. So, okay. So now to the cherry red. Do 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 do. They're getting lighter as I get closer down here to the bottom. Now I think I'm going to change it up again because I really didn't like that last leaf. So now, to me, coloring is primarily about experimentation, figuring stuff out as I go. I am rarely looking for a museum quality artistic piece. I'm looking to learn something about a technique. Oh, that's what I was going to show you. Well, I think I did show it to you. Like this, this thing that Lori did here in that I copied in my swatch book. I know Sammy has probably gone to bed, but she did ask about my swatch book one day. This is what I do with it. Lori colored it's a coral, and this is powder blue, light green, chocolate brown, and espresso, topped with lime peel and electric blue. And that is what it gives you. And I just thought that was too cool for school.